I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been.
Okay.
So if they ask you how I feel,
What's up?
I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been. Yeah. So if they ask you how I feel,
What's up?
I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been.
I am.
So if they ask you how I feel,
What's up?
I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been, yeah.
That's right.
So if they ask you how I feel, I'ma tell you I feel amazing.
I feel amazing. Oh, a bit. Sorry. Welcome, everybody, to Bearing on the Gridiron. We give you all the hard-hitting action from college football with my wonderful, esteemed co-host, the man that is known as Codename, the Playmaker. I am the EP of all EPs. And, of course, the mad scientist, Cole Johnson, here to bring you Week 9. God, I can't believe we are already that far in. Week 9 of the college football season of 2025. All right, Playmaker, what's on tap, sir?
Well, first of all, hello everybody. Hello everybody listen to us on the Real Wise Radio on this Wednesday. Hope y'all having a great Wednesday. So my co-host doesn't know the title of the show because I didn't do what I normally do and have it up early.
I said the title of the show.
I'm talking about the title of the episode.
Thank you.
This for me, I'm calling Statement/Rebound Week.
Well, you had a bad day?
No. There are some teams that got caught last week. There are some teams who did what they supposed to have done. There were some teams that are still having a surprising season.
Okay.
So for the teams that done their part, did what they need to do last week, they want to continue to make a statement for the next game that is this week. For those who took an L last week, they want to rebound and reclaim their top spot. So Statement/Rebound Week, depending on which team you root for.
They're gunning for the number one spot. Okay. Well, you can also listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio as well. And again, shout out to Real Wise Radio and shout out to you, Wise LF. It was good to join you once again on the mic on Shooting Lights Out on Monday. And yes, we are being recorded. We will do an episode of Mentality later. We're getting back together. Because how dare you shame me on air, Wise? How? Why? But that's okay. You know I love you. You know I have a lot of love for you, brother. You're my ace. I want to let you get away with that type of mess. But remember,
the man felt neglected.
Yeah, he was apoplectic. But remember, you keep treat me. Mm-hmm. Remember, you treat me bad, I'm gonna treat you like the Giants are treating you this season. Now.
There you go. Going straight to the NFL team. There you go.
Well, I mean, I can't go to the college rounds. I can't say, okay, hit you in the fields with Rutgers, or hit him in the fields with Fordham, or St. John's, or Seton Hall. I mean,
Syracuse.
Or Syracuse, or Iona. I mean, I can't hit him in the fields with that. If I say Giants or Yankees, he feels it. And I've definitely said the Knicks. He most certainly feels it, but I can't say that about that and about him. But shout out to you, brother. You're going to get your takes off for real later on this week with Mentality. But what we're going to do is we're going to get off some takes right now in the college football realm. I think it's time for us to do the no huddle.
This should be fun. This should be fun.
All right, so let's start with a college throwing tortillas in the air and on the field.
By the way, full disclosure, I did not know this was a tradition. As much Texas Tech games I have watched, I have never knew there was a tradition.
After a crackdown by the Big 12, Texas Tech will flatten its tortilla tossing tradition. Oh, try saying that 100 times. I love alliterations. Red Raiders athletic director Kirby Hocutt joined head coach Joey McGuire during a Monday news conference to announce that university is, quote, no longer going to encourage nor permit the throwing of tortillas, close quote, at the opening kickoff of their football games. Texas Tech fans have tossed tortillas to the crowd at Jones AT&T Stadium since the early 1990s. Well, since 1990s. Now, back in August, the Big 12 athletic directors voted 15-1 to assess a 15-yard penalty after 2 warnings for objects being thrown onto the field, with Hocutt the lone dissenter. I wonder why. Well, after the vote, he tweeted, quote, the rules can change, but our tradition will not. Close quote. And suggested a new tradition of launching tortillas for the opening kickoff. You a lie! But after a raucous scene in Lubbock during the Red Raiders' 42-17 stop over Kansas, October 11th, in which Texas Tech was penalized twice for fans throwing tortillas, the Big 12 amended its new offseason rule. There would be 1 warning, followed by a 15-yard penalty, along with a $100,000 fine. Now, you just said before we began setting this, set the table of this, you were unaware about this tradition. What do you think about the cracking down and the school cracking down on this tortilla tossing celebration?
I think I hear the OJ's playing in my head right now.
Money, 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 money. You mean that song?
Yeah, that song.
Some people got to have it. Hey, hey. Some people really need it. Oh, you can go ahead and talk up. I'll give
oh
you
no, you that's my point right there.
Give me a nickel, brother. Can you spare me a dime?
Is there anywhere?
Some people out of their minds.
Is there anywhere in that article how much the fines are?
Well, they said that there would be They said back on October 11th that it would be a warning and followed by a 15-yard penalty being assessed along with a $100,000 fine.
Ooh, $100,000 fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what? 5 zeros?
Yes, one with the 5 zeros behind it. Yes.
Ouch. 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear from you because you're more of a traditional man. So this is a tradition that's coming to an end.
Yeah. For a funny piece of paper that carries a lot of weight for that mean green almighty dollar. It's messed up that we're seeing traditions go by the wayside, and the reason being that Texas Tech doesn't want, along with losing money. And so this is proof that Texas Tech is not one of the big boys. Yes, they're one of the big boy. They're in one of the big boy conferences, but they're not one of the big boy programs. Where if this was Texas or Ohio State or Michigan or Notre Dame, they'd be like, and they'll treat the NCAA and whatever conference they belong to, or whatever conference they belong to, as if basically the conference are hoes and they're making it rain in the club. This is proof that Texas Tech can't make it rain in the club. But that's okay, Texas Tech. You're getting there. Now, Hokett said that it was evident during Saturday's loss at Arizona State, and that's what you should be concentrating on, that the Texas Tech brand is stronger than ever. That's a lie. I'm sorry. Woosah. Now, he was asked by a reporter if it's a coincidence that the Big 12 is cracking down on them now because of the wonderful strides they have made this season. And he said, quote, "We want the team that when we're beat, their fans storm the field because it means that much to play Texas Tech football right now. So I can just say 15-1 still exists. It's us against the world in this Big 12 conference, and our goal is to get to Arlington and to raise that trophy." Close quote. You really want to know my opinion about this? Hokett, son, why? I didn't want to be. I wanted to be woosad, but I can't. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie, son. You know it is. You don't want to be out $100,000, and you can't afford to do it because these other big game programs can rain money down on whatever conference they belong to. But oh well. You keep going, and maybe another 5 years you can make it rain down on the club. Snowman is in the house. Snowman Multimedia. He says, "I wake from a nap, come in and drop a like and get hit with a, that's a lie." Well, I'm sorry. What I see. I'm sorry what I see. Good Lord, this is hilarious. When I see the AD, when I see him talking about, well, it's us against the world, and that we're gonna do tradition stuff, and then all of a sudden they pull the tradition because they don't want to be $100 lighter in the wallet. That's why you woke up, Mr. Snowman, and you came with the "that's a lie" right off the top of the bat, because you know it is a lie. Speaking of lies, from Kirby Hokett saying that tradition shouldn't die and it's us against the wall in the Big 12, to a vote of confidence. What is with these athletic directors? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's not the athletic director.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, it's not. I know that's not athletic director that's referred to, but I'm talking about the words that it came from or could come from. Some coaches view votes of confidence from the athletic directors as harbingers of bad things to come. However, in Hugh Freeze's case of Auburn, he would welcome such words. And that's what come from the athletic director, John Cohen. Now, under pressure after Auburn's 0-4 start to the SEC season in his third season, Freeze was asked Monday about the statements released by the athletic directors of Florida State and Wisconsin. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. FSU's Michael Alford and Wisconsin's Chris McIntosh both expressed disappointment in their team seasons, but said they would continue to support their coaches, Mike Norvell and Luke Fickell, respectively. Fickell, you're fine. Norvell, you need to be gone, son. Come on, man. Virginia, and then you go to the farm, you take an L too? Come on, son. This ain't 2023. Oh, my bad. Professional, Cole. Professional. Freeze said, quote, "It would be huge. That would make everyone feel a lot better for sure. I haven't talked to John. I'm going to say John has been so supportive ever since, obviously, my hire. They have a job to do, and certainly he has people he has to answer to. I know how close we are, and I know I can get it fixed." Close quote. Freeze, who was hired by Cohen in late 2022, he is 14-18 overall at Auburn. He hasn't won more than 6 games in the season after winning 7 or more in all but one season at Arkansas State, Ole Miss, and Liberty. But for you to say that you know that you can get this fixed, that's a lie. You can get that fixed. You got to play Auburn and play Georgia. You ain't getting it fixed, son. You don't have the horses. Ooh, I'm so sorry. My bad. This isn't a solo show. Playmaker. So you hear this from Hugh Freeze, who's basically playing like James Brown, going to John Cohen. Please, 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 give me a vote of confidence, please. What do you think about that?
Hugh Freeze, you have one job to do, and that's win.
He ain't doing that job.
Y'all the ones who lost to Georgia when you had the opportunity to beat them on Cam Newton night.
That's true. That's true.
This is why you need a vote of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you beat Georgia? How about you beat Alabama? How about you beat LSU? How about you beat Ole Miss? Beat somebody noteworthy.
That's asking too much.
Well, he the one asking for a vote of confidence, so who's the ones asking for too much?
No, I ain't saying you're wrong. Because you're on the money.
Vote of confidence. I ain't gonna take away my co-host's thunder, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Okay, fine. Snowman. That's cold. Professional cold. That's a lie. That's cold. That's cold, man. That's cold. Auburn, they started 3-0 this season. I mean, sugar was sweet. But they have played one of the tougher schedules in the SEC. All four of their opponents, Texas A&M, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Missouri, all ranked at the top 15 in the AFP poll. But they took L's to all of them. The Tigers now visit unranked Arkansas this week before hosting unranked Kentucky. Now, Freeze went on to say, quote, I've trusted John since I've been here to do the right things, and he's got to do what he feels best for the program. I think it's us. We fit Auburn. We fit the Auburn culture. The culture in the building has changed. The talent level has changed. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten over the hump in a very difficult stretch of games. But I believe that's coming very, very soon. Close quote. Nah, son, what's coming very soon is a boot up your behind and you be shoved out of Jordan hair. I am like James Brown to the athletic director. Please, please, please don't fire me. Come on. Come on now, son. Now, from one coach in the SEC that's begging for a vote of confidence to another that ain't getting one at any time in any juncture. And this will make my co-host very happy. Even after Florida's late season surge in 2024, Billy Napier needed a strong encore while navigating another brutal schedule to secure his long-term future as Decatur's head coach. And after a slow start to this season that featured losses to LSU, Miami, and South Florida, Napier couldn't dig himself out of the canyon this time. And after the victory on Saturday, he was fired on Sunday. For the fifth time since Urban Meyer retired in December 2010, Florida is seeking for a new head football coach. The job has its clear upsides: proximity to recruits, fans, and financial support, as well as the ability to compete for a national championship. But the coaching churn in Gainesville is undeniable. I mean, Meyer won big there, but only for a relatively short time. Florida had 3 straight AP top 6 finishes under Charlie Pell and Galen Hall in the mid-'80s. Otherwise, Steve Spurrier is the only coach to build a sustainable winner with the Gators. Now, athletic director Scott Strickland received a contract extension later this summer. He will be selecting his 3rd football coach in his time and stint there. Now, I'm not the Florida fan, You are, sir. So your thoughts on the smiling jackass getting kicked in the ass?
See, this is where normally I would follow the rules. But I'm going to break the rules because guess what? Let's add this last article in here.
So you okay, fine. We can go with the last article too. Former Alabama coach Nick Saban, who that clown had the nerve last year to say the easiest victory is in Nashville and got your team whooped only 4 days later. I'm sorry, my bad. Said he isn't surprised by the recent string of high-profile firings in college football because fans and alumni who donate money to programs are more influential than ever thanks to name, image, and likeness deals and revenue sharing. Why? Why?
As you can see, there's a method to my madness, sir.
Why would that book? Woosah. There have already been 9 in-season firings at FBS schools this season, including 6 at programs in the Power 4 conferences. Saban had this to say about that. Quote, I'm not surprised because everybody's raising money and pay players. So the people that are giving the money think that they have a voice and they're just like a bunch of fans. When they get frustrated and disappointed, they put pressure on these ADs to take action, and it's the way of the world. Close quote. Yeah, they're sinking money into the program. What else would you think? Woosah. On Sunday, Florida fired Billy Napier, who was 22 and 23 in 4 seasons. The Gators owe Napier about $21 million, with half of that buyout due within 30 days. The remainder will be paid in 3 annual installments starting next summer. Then you have former Penn State head coach James Franklin, who's owed roughly $49 million after he got fired on October 12th. The second biggest buyout in college football history. Only Jimbo Fisher's $76 million buyout from Texas A&M following his firing from 2 years ago is more. Saban went on to say, quote, it's unfair for you to go to the Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, to get to the Final Four of the college football playoff, come out and being ranked number 2 at this season, an expectation that you created by what you accomplished at Penn State. And for those people to not show you enough appreciation for that and gratitude for all the hard work that you did, I'm saying it's unfair. Close quote. Shut up, Saban. Stop with the lie. That's a huge lie. I'm sorry. Woosah. This article pisses me off.
Like I said, that's a method to my madness.
I know there's a method to your madness. Auburn's Hughes Freeze, Kentucky's Mark Stoops, Maryland's Mark Loxley, Clemson's Dabo Swinney, and LSU's Brian Kelly, a.k.a. the fake Southern Baptist preacher, are all ones catching heat too at the disappointing starts to their season. All right, sir, I will turn the floor over to you. The fact that the smiling jackass is included in this, along with James Franklin and others who were either wanting or begging, in Hughes Freeze's case, for votes of confidence. Your thoughts?
Snowman, forgive me for this.
Oh, Lord.
Give me this camera.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Not give me this camera.
Nick Saban, as much as I respect you, admire you for what you did coaching Alabama, James Franklin was the head coach for the Penn State Nittany Lions for how many years, Coach Johnson?
At least 13, 14.
How many Big Ten titles he won? One.
So
How many national championship games he won?
0.
Zero. How many national championship games has he been to?
0.
Zero. but it's unfair that he got fired. Well, one, Coach Johnson, what's his record against top 10 teams?
4-21.
So out of 25 games, that is a top 10 matchup featuring Penn State. Penn State's won 4 of them and lost 21 of them. Why does Penn State only have one Big Ten championship under their name under James Franklin?
Well, they also went 1-12 and 1-11 in that time period against Ohio State.
1-11 against Ohio State. When there was 2 divisions, there was an East and a West, and I do believe Ohio State was in the East Division.
They were.
I do believe Michigan was in the East Division.
They were.
And who else was in the East Division?
Penn State.
Oh, Penn State, which says you couldn't get to the Big Ten championship, but you got there last year. And did you win that one?
No.
No, a newcomer in Oregon took it from you. Now, how does that look? You finally get there, and a newcomer comes in and take your spot. First year, no hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
No hesitation whatsoever. Oregon just came straight in and say, okay, we own the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. And did it. Yeah, as much as my co-hosts don't like Dan Lanning came into the Big Ten and said, I'm taking over.
Oh, I'll give him credit for that, yes. I still don't like him, but I give him credit for that.
So it's unfair, man. That man was there for a decade. Matter of fact, he was there for a dozen years. And what does it have to his name? One Big Ten title. That's it. Rose Bowl win, of course. Fiesta Bowl win, of course. But none of those for national championships. They're just bowl games, which Coach Johnson can't stand.
I'm gonna pull your joystick bowl.
One Big Ten championship. That's all to James Franklin's name in his tenure at Penn State. That's all. What do you want the athletic director to do? Continue with this? Because he's won 10 games every single year, and then all of a sudden, he lost to Oregon. You lost to Oregon in overtime. It's a heartbreaker. It was a whiteout. Okay. You took your ass over the goddamn Rose Bowl to UCLA, and they got their first win of the season. Okay. The AD didn't overreact. I'm going to let him fly back home, fly back to Happy Valley. And then Coach Johnson, what took place afterwards?
A 22-21 ow to Northwestern.
Like,
made their third straight L.
Third straight L, and you were losing, and you lost to a team who didn't win the game until they saw you, and then you lost to a team which everybody's like, Northwestern.
Oh, you got this in the bag. You a 21-point favorite.
Northwestern. And we have a Northwestern Wildcat in the chat, and he still don't believe that what happened.
I got ran through.
Now, that's the James Franklin side of it. And by the way, I commend James Franklin for what he did on College Game Day. He took ownership.
Yeah, he was the way he was supposed to be. I give him credit for that.
He handled it very well. Now, let's get to the real reason why Nick Saban ended up speaking. Who just got fired not too long ago?
Nick Saban. No, I'm just joking. Talking about Jimbo Fisher? No, that was
no. I'm gonna give you a nice hint right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did just get fired, but okay, fine. Billy Napier, aka the smiling jackass.
This is where Nick Saban really came out.
Wow.
Guess what? Because guess what? Kirby Smart, Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Billy Napier, what all they got in common?
I know they were all assistant coaches under Nick Saban.
You want to know why the smiling jackass is out of Gainesville? You did what you did last year. We told you it's going to be one of the difficult schedules, so we're not looking forward to Florida doing anything important last year. Am I correct, Coach Johnson?
You were correct.
And then it was ugly. Georgia escaped us because DJ Lowry got injured, and still to this day, I still believe that we probably would have knocked off Georgia if DJ Lowry wouldn't have got hurt.
Hey, probably could have.
You get your ass whooped in Austin. It's first time you ever met to Austin. Never seen the environment before. Never been in and got your ass whooped. It is what it is. Mr. AD Strickland came. Okay, Bill Nebula for the conference. What happened at that point for Coach Johnson after we got beat by your Texas Longhorns?
He actually ran the table.
He ran the table. Went 8-5. Okay, we good. We good in Gainesville. We can back off. Okay, we can back off on this one.
A little.
We can back off. You survive the top schedule in college football. Now coming in top schedule in college football yet again. We understand it, but the boys played with some urgency last year. The boys played good football. We looking for enough. And by the way, what record was I okay with?
You said they would be okay with an 8-5 record like last year.
8-5. That's all. 8-5. I mean, you got to go to Miami. Not easy. We get it. Got to go to LSU. They put us in prime time. We know what the deal is with that. So, I was giving leeway. Just duplicate your record from last year. We good. We can go to year 5 and then we can see what we can do from there. Okay. Because I see the schedule. I understand the schedule, and I'm like, yeah, I know there's Gator fans that want to do more, but I'm like, with this schedule, man, we can duplicate last year. We good. We good for now. And then week 2 happened. What happened in week 2?
They faced off against South Florida, and they took an L, seeing a 20-yard field goal saved through the uprights from South Florida's kicker in the swamp.
Where did that game take place?
It took place in Gainesville.
It took place in Gainesville. Right before we had to take our asses to goddamn LSU in a primetime game, which I was religiously said we don't win there in primetime.
And the last time they did, and it still stays true, was 2009.
But what made it worse is my damn quarterback didn't know what color jersey he was wearing.
Well, all right. In his defense, he figured, since most times when they're on the road, they wear white jerseys. So he figured, okay, well, I'm throwing to my teammates in the white jerseys.
It ain't the first time he faced off against LSU. I'm pretty sure it ain't the first time he watched LSU either.
I'm just trying to help DJ Lowry.
You can't help DJ Lowry for throwing 5 goddamn picks in them, and he got stupid about the game. So we had that. Then guess what? To make matters even worse, to add insult to injury, College game they said we're gonna go down to Miami. What's going on in Miami? Oh Lord, we going to Miami, and now they want to bring College game day to us. Great. And which the defense played good for 3 quarters to the 4th quarter. It's like, man, forget it. Offense ain't gonna do jack.
Yeah, defense got tired, but then it happens. Yeah.
Seems like forget it. Offense ain't gonna do nothing, so just forget it. And then you come home after your bye week and you made Coach Johnson's blood pressure go up because of what happened in the swamp.
Yeah, made Sequel Season look like the bigger jackass in that game. Oh yeah, no playoffs for you, Texas. I'm sorry. This is your time. My bad. Woosah.
So you did that, and then you know what? All right. You know how to get the team ready for big games for some reason.
Yeah.
And then here comes Mississippi State.
But they beat Mississippi State.
Because the surprise move to drop the defensive lineman in the path of the passer for the interception. When Mississippi State had the game won. Why did Mississippi State have the game won, Mr. Playmaker? Because Billy Napier jackass behind. Seems like he don't know what to do with his quarterback on the offensive end. And by the way, that article that you read about AD Strictly, part of what he said was he was trying to get Billy Napier to give up play calling, and Billy Napier won't give up play calling. So the anemic offense that you kept seeing, Coach Johnson, is because Billy Napier kept calling the damn plays. Billy Napier, you're good at motivating, you're good at recruiting, you're good at, but you don't have the offense ready to play. And it's terrible. Like, we had a 13-7 lead going to the fourth quarter. And we survived because the offense couldn't do jack in the fourth quarter. Turn the ball over. Just give them more possessions. So what is so hard? If you was under the Nick Saban tree, right? And Coach Johnson, what was Nick Saban as a head coach?
Wait, say that question again.
What was Nick Saban as a head coach?
Fiery, demanding, irascible, and was fiercely protective of his program.
Correct. But there was one word I was looking for in particular.
What?
Manager.
Well, yeah, that too.
Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, his offensive coordinators. Kirby Smart was his defensive coordinator. He didn't need to call plays. He didn't need to do nothing. He just need to make sure. Are y'all doing your job? Are y'all doing what y'all need to do for this team to be prepared for the week? But Ben Napier, he wanted to call his own plays. He wanted to do this and that, knowing that the offense did not look good. So Nick Saban, because that's one of your guys who got fired, you felt some type of way. But if the AD is giving him a way out and he don't take it, what you want him to do?
Take the NIL deal?
Strictly literally said, get your offensive coordinator, give up play calling, just manage the team because you're great at managing. But no, he didn't want to do it. And we looked the way that we look against Mississippi State, even though we won, you still got your ass fired. Because you know what AD said? Fire you now. That way our team has a week to, get in their feelings and then get over it. Because when Monday hits,
we'll be focused on Georgia.
It's Georgia week. So Nick Saban, do me a favor. Don't do that. Your man had 4 years. 4 years. And he did not have the offense the way he's supposed to have the offense looking. He got what he deserved.
He got what he deserved? That's harsh. And thanks to you, Billy Napier, I'm going to have to retire this image. I hate this. And I didn't even use it once to tease Playmaker with it. I actually used it to defend you. But, well, you did what smiling jackasses do. Look like a jackass, and now you're no longer there. Poor smiling jackass. Oh, well. What pissed me off about that, though, was seeing Nick Saban want to go to town and throw name, image, and likeness in there as the fault of having this happen. I'm like, that has nothing to do with these coaches getting the pink slip. None, zilch, zero. Lord have mercy.
Now you know why I told you to lead everything off.
Yes, I did. Well, Florida gave Napier the necessary support to elevate the program and made clear gains in recruiting. Coaches who have faced the Gators last 2 seasons repeatedly praised the talent on the roster. Unfortunately, though, things never came together for long stretches under Napier as Florida, well, They didn't make the team college football playoff last season, and you know for darn sure he wasn't gonna make it this year. So tough. Well, that officially concludes No Huddle.
Now, that's done. We're going to continue going because I'm in a very good mood now.
Well, I'm sure you're in a good mood now. You released.
Oh, I ain't done.
I know you're not done releasing, but you released. I know you've been wanting to say that about Billy Napier for a good while. A good while.
The AD literally giving the man an out. Get you an offensive coordinator. That way I don't have to fire you.
Yeah, you've been wanting.
That's what I believe. I believe Strickland was trying to give him a way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been wanting to say that for a good while.
But
that's why you knew
he wants to call the plays.
Well, no, he thinks of himself. He fancies himself as being an offensive guru. That's how they are. That's how they think. Do we need to not look no further than with Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin?
At least this year, Lane Kiffin know how to shut up.
Well, yeah, that's true. He's proven that to be the case.
But it's kind of disappointing for you because I'm pretty sure you've been waiting for him to say something that you can go at, but he hasn't given you nothing.
No, I'm pleasantly surprised because I want him to actually focus on his cheering and not act and thank you, Billy Napier, and not act like a jackass and think that he's above it all. He's actually impressed me.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids from the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Get mounts of entertainment with Paramount Plus. Stream new movies such as Mean Girls, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and Good Burger 2 with Paramount Plus. Stream live sports such as the UEFA Champions League, the NFL on CBS, the PGA Tour, and March Madness. Catch hit CBS shows such as Fire Country, Ghost, NCIS, and more. But also catch exclusive originals for Paramount Plus such as Special Arts Lioness, The Famous Stallones, the new streaming home, or Showtime. Watch Showtime original series and movies when you sign up with Paramount Plus with Showtime. Make it a fun, action-packed adventure for the whole family and create kid-friendly profiles for the little ones. So much to stream with Paramount Plus with over 45,000 full episodes from BET, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and more. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
So now that brings us to the Gridiron Roundup.
Yeehaw!
And sir, you get to lead this up because the game that you want happened Friday.
So will the real Carlsbad please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Will the real Carlsbad please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Four, not one, not two, not three, but 4 back INTs in Cardinals upset in Coral Gables.
So yes, Carson Beck had his Georgia moment in a Hurricanes uniform. As the number 2 ranked Hurricanes down at Hard Rock Stadium got caught by the Louisville Cardinals 24-21. Carson Beck with the 4 INTs. Mr. Johnson, this is your graphic, so I'm going to do you the favor because you're going to do this for our good friend. So I'm going to disappear from the screen.
Oh, Lord. Here's the funny thing. This is what made me laugh about this game. The third pick that Beck threw. He got he got he got a reprieve from that pick from a holding call. And then the very next play he throws a pick. I thought that was hilarious. Oh my! I thought that was hilarious. But
So you saying he 2-timed it?
Yeah, he 2-timed the third interception. He 2-timed it, and the fourth, the last interception, that one was the really ridiculous one from the standpoint of 35 seconds to go. You are on the Louisville 31-yard line. You have 2 timeouts remaining. What was the final score, playmaker?
It's on the screen. It says 24-21 Cardinals.
Yes. And they were at home. So why on first down and 10 with 35 seconds to go with 2 timeouts remaining do you throw a pass? And of course, Beck telegraphed it. Stared his receiver right in the eyes. It got taken and picked off. And you saw Louisville defenders run toward the opposite end zone, celebrating, while Beck held his hand in his hands, throwing a 4th interception. So I think I will make Cool like happy. Yes.
You mean like this picture right here?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I guess Miami being a contender, cool. I'm not saying this to shade you and shade your U program, but I think you will agree with me when I say this. The Hurricanes being a national championship contender, which that still could be the case, but losing games they shouldn't to teams like Louisville, in the Moripovich way of saying it, that was a lie. But I think in the graphic that I'm probably going to create, I would use Justice Snowman. That's a lie. Look, this is what is frustrating about Carson Beck. He has these wonderful games where it looks like he takes care of the ball. He spreads it from people. He doesn't telegraph throws. And you think, okay, well, he's well advanced. We saw this in Georgia. He's well advanced. He actually knows how to play the quarterback position. And then he has these gaffes. And you mentioned the Florida Georgia game. He was a gaff machine in that game. And if it wasn't for his defense picking him up and knocking out Lagway, they would have had an L in that game. Beck always seems to have these types of games. And shout out to you, Cool. You actually said this in the Notre Dame when we were actually reviewing Notre Dame in Miami. You said, okay, well, Carson Beck looked good in this game, but he's liable to have 2 or 3 where he has these off games for no reason whatsoever. And here we are. This should have been a dub. They should have sleptwalked to a dub. Not saying that Louisville's a bad team, but Louisville's they were not on the level of what Notre Dame was. And I would even say not on the level of what Florida State was at the time. This was a victory that they could have had sleepwalking. But they sleptwalked to an L because Carson Beck threw 4 picks. And yeah, the defense sort of sleptwalked too. But if you're going to play on Sunday, Carson, you got to take care of that ball better. And you can't telegraph throws. You telegraphed a few of them. And it leads to L's. And you're not going to like, if you don't like how this feels on Saturday, you're not going to like how it feels on Sunday. Now, you'll probably start because there's probably no other quarterback that's as good as you in Miami. But just know, if you play on Sunday and you say, well, this 3-4 interception game that I have, coach, put me in next week, I'll be better. You know what the coach will tell you? That's a lie. And you get benched. So prepare for this, son. Otherwise, learn how to not telegraph your throws and also learn that you have to take care of that ball. Mm. 24-21, Louisville over the then number 2 ranked Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And this was I saw highlights of this game. This was inexplicable. The defense basically sleptwalked in the first quarter, Miami's. Then they recovered, but I think what you started to see was the defense of the Hurricanes get tired because the offense just simply couldn't get over the hump.
Disappointment, Miami. Nevertheless, you're still in control of your destiny, so it's not all lost.
No, they still can win the ACC. They still will be. They more than likely still be in the playoffs, so their schedule's rather simple, and they still could be in the running for national championship. However, teams that can lock you down and force Beck to throw multiple picks in the game, that does not look or nor bode well for you.
Nope. And if my co-host doesn't do anything towards me, I have failed my job for this one. Because your next one is up, sir. You ready to see what I did?
Okay. Move left. Oh, Lord. Move left. All right. To the Heisman on that hoe. Lord have mercy. Diego Pavia does the Heisman all over the Tigers. And Diego, you pissed me off because you did not do the Heisman in front of Brian Kelly's face.
You want to get a 15-yard penalty?
Yeah. Earn that dub. Earn that dub. Earn it.
He did earn it.
No. He should have really earned that dub and do it right in front of Brian Kelly's face. Ah. Sucker.
I think I did my job because he didn't want to say it the way he's supposed to be said. I said, "Oh, Diego did the Heisman." Oh, I know exactly. And that's what coach. Oh, I know exactly what to do now.
That you channeled me in
I know
doing that.
exactly what to do for this.
You
I
channeled
didn't know.
me in doing that, huh? Okay.
Remember that? I think that game was at noon, so I couldn't see it.
It was a noon.
But when I heard he did the Heisman, I said, and you was like, I want Southern Baptist killer. I was like,
yes. I
oh,
want that
perfect. I said, perfect. I know exactly what I want to do with this.
Yes, I want that fake Southern Baptist preacher.
And I was saying that like, do I want to do another picture? No, they said Diego did the Heisman. Okay, let me go.
Because how on earth? I'm sorry. Let me do it. let me do Prince real quick. How on earth can down the phone? You know I don't like to be alone. Why? LSU, I thought you had one of the best defenses in the nation. Now, I'm not saying that Vanderbilt is poop butt, but 31, and you were supposed to have one of the best defenses in the nation. How do you allow 31 points to be scored on you? I don't care where you play. I don't care where this gets played, Baton Rouge or Nashville.
And probably accounted for 21 of them.
Yeah, Pavia just ran all, and he threw pretty well too, but he basically ran all over him. I mean, he literally had lanes, and I saw clips of this game. He literally had lanes to run through. I mean, it was embarrassing. Yeah, it was embarrassing. I mean, I give Vanderbilt credit. They took this challenge on. They saw a top 10. They saw a team that was ranked number 10, and they said that we can hang with them and beat them, and did so. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. They had this team down 31-21 going into the fourth quarter, and LSU could not muster anything but a field goal in the fourth. That is what you're supposed to do against a good team like that. Basically say, it just ain't happening.
They learned from the Alabama game.
They did. They competed. They competed. They got the lead, and they put their foot on the throat of the neck of LSU and squeezed them. That's how you're supposed to do it. That is how big boys supposed to do it. So I will give Vanderbilt the nod of that. Good job with you, and you may have, if I'm mistaken, you may have earned your way into the top 10 because of that. But LSU, y'all weak. You put forth a horrible performance in Oxford, and this is supposed to be one of your three biggest rivals, Arkansas and Texas A&M being the other two. That is a game that you don't even have to do much to get up for. You just say, this is Ole Miss week, and you're supposed to be more focused. And that team checked out the last three quarters of that game. Checked all the way out. And in this game, it looks like you checked out the first, the third, and the fourth quarter in this one. Kelly, your team ain't performing the way it's supposed to be, and I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at your boys. I'm looking at you. Because you got too much talent to give us these BS 10-2 and 9-3 records. Too much talent. But since we saw a putrid performance in Oxford, and we saw this putrid performance in Nashville, we're going to see another one
in November. Because guess who's on the schedule?
Well, A&M is on the schedule later on in the month. I know they got to play Arkansas too, and then there is talk on it.
Matter of fact, live research.
Not Georgia.
Live research.
Wait, are they playing? Wait, are they playing Alabama this year?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. So live research. Let me go look at LSU schedule.
And that well, off topic. That sort of pissed me off that they're not making LSU Alabama one of the three rivals that they have to play every year.
Too many darn teams in the SEC.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, doggone, man, that game I always look forward to. First Saturday in November. I was like, yeah, I like this.
Well, we know who they got this week because we're gonna be previewing that game.
Mm-hmm.
And Out of all the dates in the world, is that date. November 8th, Tuscaloosa.
So they do play Alabama, or they go to Tuscaloosa. Okay.
Why gotta be on my birthday?
So Oxford.
Oh, and they got Oklahoma at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's one of three. I think I'm mistaken. That's one of the three rivals that now LSU has to play every year, and that is in Norman, isn't it?
That is in Norman.
Okay, that's what I thought. So we might be treated to two hideous performances from you, Kelly, in November. We had the one in Oxford in September. We had the October one in Saturday. And now you got the November 8th and then the November 29th tussle that you got. I'm thinking it's liable you might get 2 L's.
Oh, he got one this week too.
Let's see.
We gonna preview the game. That's why I say.
I know we are. But it's sickening that this team has this much talent, but Kelly can only produce but so much out of them. Yeah, I don't understand it.
Very, very terrible LSU. So now you're gonna pick yourself up. You're gonna dust yourself off. You're gonna get back on the horse, or one of the teams that Coach Johnson can't stand the most is gonna put one up your ass.
Yeah,
we're gonna preview that game.
We are.
Now Cole had his fun. Now it's time to have mine.
For the price of love. For the price of love. Sorry. Irish running backs, that duo of Love and Price, punishes the Trojans.
If I didn't watch this game, my goddamn self. So you took your ass to Champaign, and you got ran through on the last play on the last drive of the game to lose to Fighting Mama.
Yeah, they did get ran through in that drive.
You took your ass home to the Coliseum
and ran through somebody.
And ran through Michigan out of all teams.
I hate y'all for that.
Because the only reason why Coach Johnson actually picked Michigan is because y'all couldn't defend the run. But somehow y'all defined defend the run at home and run through Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And then you took your ass to South Bend. Hold on. Is that an important game or not?
What do you mean it's not an important game or not?
No, I'm saying, is that an important game or not when they play Notre Dame? Ain't that like an important game of some sort, you know?
It always is. It's one of the biggest rivalry games of the year.
And all of a sudden, y'all reverted back to can't stop in the goddamn run. Do you know how many yards Mr. Love ran for?
No. How many yards did Mr. Love run for?
Okay, first, Coach Johnson, I need professionalism from you. Okay, I need professionalism for you.
What do you mean?
Because I know how you are about running games and defense. I know how you are.
What do you mean you need professionalism from me, sir?
Because when I say this number, I don't know what's gonna come out your mouth.
What do you mean you need professionalism from me? I'm always professional.
Jeremiah Love had 24 carries, 1 touchdown, and he ran for 228 yards.
Oh, sorry. That's a crying shame. Okay, professional head off. Oh my goodness. This is why I picked Michigan over USC the week before. Because I thought they was going to have something of that performance level. And that came from one back. That's the ridiculousness. That came from one running back. 228 yards on the ground. And that's on the ground, not total. Not yards from line of scrimmage. Not yards from scrimmage. Rushing. Sad. Sad, man. Sad.
And then what made it worse, y'all cut it to a 3-point. Y'all cut it to a 3-point game at the 4:30 mark in the third quarter. And what you do with the very next play. Jordan Love takes a 100-yard kickoff return back to the house. And like from that point forward, y'all stop playing. So the running backs of the Fighting Irish punch y'all out. And Lincoln Riley, and I was just giving you praise. And to the point where Coach Jones looked at me, he was like, is that still your number one hated team in college?
What, USC?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's what you asked me last week.
Oh, yeah, that's what I asked you. Yes.
He was like, I thought you hate this team. You should have picked them a lot.
Yeah, you do. And you picked them in this one.
I thought y'all were gonna fight for 60 minutes because this is a rivalry. And once that kick return happened, y'all was like, that's it. We're done. Because if you look at it, look at the score. Look at the score.
Oh, it was manageable. Yeah, it was manageable. For a road game, it was very manageable. Yes.
Because guess what? You didn't score in the fourth quarter.
Mm-mm.
And guess what? When that punt return happened, that was the 4-17 mark of the third quarter. And that was the last score of the third quarter.
I'm saying they didn't score again. And USC didn't score again.
It was like y'all was like, man, we're done. Man, they got it. You had a quarterback who threw for 328 yards, but he also threw 2 picks. But y'all still fighting.
Fight on.
I was going to use that, but I was like, you know what? No. These two running backs did too much damage for me to use that one. So that's why I had to come with this one.
For the price of love.
So the Jewish shillelagh stays in South Bend until next time.
And they're developing a little streak. So I forgot they beat USC in the Coliseum last year.
Yeah, they dog walked them.
Yeah,
USC was terrible last year.
Yeah, they dog walked them the year before when they were in South Bend last. So yeah.
But you're not the only problem that I got.
Quote, give him the axe. Stanford axed Florida State.
You want me to tell you how disrespectful I got with this, Coach Johnson?
Oh, so you went straight Florida fan with this, huh? Okay.
No. I ain't go straight Florida fan. I want to tell you how disrespectful I was with this.
All right.
That is the extra Stanford chant that I put up there.
Give him the axe. Yes.
Okay. That is the extra chant for Stanford. I literally looked it up and say, what do they chant? And I say, I'm using it.
Give him the axe. You know them drunk fools ain't saying axe.
But I added some more stuff on here too, if you want to take a peek at it.
Oh Lord. Okay, fine. I'll take a peek at it then. Mike Norville. What is going on here? The referee. Don't know what to tell you, Coach.
Ain't this that look that he giving him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you, Coach.
I don't know what to tell him either because that's ridiculous. How
and you want to know the other reason why I picked this one. You want to know the other reason why I want to pick one? Because I wasn't the one who actually wanted to talk about this. Somebody else wanted to talk about this, but he can only pick 2.
Yes.
So I can see the floor to you, sir.
Okay. 2013 final score. Stanford controlled the game. I saw the highlights of it. They controlled this game. And this game really shouldn't have been this close. What I don't understand is Florida State. You were 3-0 at the beginning of the season. You were dog walking your directional school opponents on the schedule. You made Alabama change up having how to be men on the football field by punking them, running up and down on them. And then you rolled your helmets onto Charlottesville. L. Then you go back home and you face Miami. L. And that was embarrassing. You were down 28-3 before you actually woke up and say, "Oh, we got a game to play. Oh, we actually got to take this serious." Sad.
Out of all the games to do that against.
Mm-hmm. You were down 28-3 going into the fourth quarter.
We was at my mom's house watching that game to the point where my brother's like, "Man, let's go. And he's not even a Florida State fan. He's a Florida fan with me. He's like, "Let's go. Let's hit it back to the crib."
Yeah, he was correct. He's correct. And speaking of the crib, so you all stayed at the crib and played Pitt. So let me see. That's 3 straight losses. Okay. And then you go cross country. You go from Florida to California, where you play a Stanford team that you had no business losing to. And not only did you take an L, you looked horrible doing it.
We ain't talking Cal. We talking Stanford.
Right. You looked horrible in taking this L. 4 straight L's. Defense can't stop a cold. And in this game, it looked like the offense couldn't muster anything. I'm at a loss here. I'm at a loss here. I thought the program was going in one direction. Now it's going in another. But you know what? You will win this week's game that you got on the schedule because you got to buy. And hopefully you all will get yourself straight before Wake Forest comes to town, because that might be a 5th L.
Yeah, because y'all coach ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, Mike Norville? No, he's fine. That's the issue that I have, and that's the reason why I want to talk about.
Florida State makes a decision on Mike Norvell after the season.
Mm-hmm. And that means I think he will probably be gone then. But
for all my Florida State fans that are friends with Florida State fans, I feel bad for you because you have to continue to suffer for the rest of the season.
This is why I wanted to talk about Norville. So, Florida State, you couldn't wait to chase Willie Taggart out of Tallahassee. Couldn't wait. The team got dog walked to Syracuse early in the season. This is like maybe the 3rd or 4th game of the season, and 3rd or 4th coaching game that Taggart had, and you wanted to run him out. You all had multiple GoFundMe campaigns saying, "Get Taggart out of Florida State." Where's that at for Norville? Oh, because y'all were happy that in 2023 you were undefeated until you played in the Orange Bowl and got dog walked. And
by the other team that felt they were robbed.
Mm-hmm. And beforehand, you all were so butthurt that you made the walk from the campus of Florida State to the governor's mansion and said, "Run, run! They did us dirty. They did us wrong. Sue the NCAA." And he was stupid enough to actually think about filing a suit. But you all were happy that Norville gave you an undefeated season until the Orange Bowl in that season. And that pretty much gave him cover for last year, because that team was garbage last year. And now it's giving you cover for this year too, because ever since the 3rd quarter against the Hurricanes, Your team has looked like hot garbage ever since. This man needs to be gone and gone now. If you're going to put so much pressure on Taggart and say he needed to be gone, and you give him the gate soon, why don't you pull the same crap about Norville? And I'm not going to race card here. I'm going with whoever is at that position. If you're going to do that with one, you do that with all of them. You're giving him cover. Obviously, he is not a fit for that program. Get him out of here. But I could be wrong. And I could be wrong about this, because it looks like it might be a possibility that Norville might get an extension and a vote of confidence to boot.
Tallahassee might burn if they do that.
I would say I want to see it burn, but I do love Tallahassee. It's a great city.
Yes, there. And then game of the week.
Mean Machine stymies Rebels in fourth quarter. Georgia wins top 10 SEC showdown. Georgia with a 45-33 victory over Ole Miss. This actually was a game that Ole Miss actually controlled in the second and third quarters. But I'll throw the rest to you, Playmaker. They forgot to play in the fourth.
No, I won't say they forgot to play in the fourth. I would say this. Once Georgia finally forced them to punt, which was in the fourth quarter, by the way. That was all she wrote for Ole Miss. It's like Georgia gained life when they finally got Ole Miss to punt the football. You didn't have to worry about them putting a touchdown on the board for once.
Well, sometimes that happens.
And Georgia got life after that, and then I'm not going to put this totally on Lane Kiffin. I think they got shocked at how they got stopped so quickly in the fourth quarter, and it was a snowball effect. And you played the game, you finally got that stop, and it's like the whole entire team dynamic changed.
Yeah, I mean, look, and this isn't all athletics, but yeah, in football for sure. If you get that key stop, and especially if you're playing home, or no, especially playing the road, you get stopped, and you're rolling smooth, and your opponent at home feels the energy of, okay, I think this is what we need to come back and get our second wind. Yeah, momentum it builds and builds and builds. So, like you said, it's a snowball effect, and the next thing you know, you see a lead, and then it gets to a deficit, and then turns to a loss. Yeah, I you're right. That does happen. It happens a lot, and yeah, I can see how this happened. I can see how it happened in this game too.
I was locked in on this game, and I say turn, they got to stop. And once they got to stop, Georgia was on a whole nother level.
The only problem I have with Georgia is they think they could do this with every team. That's the only problem I have with Georgia, because they played that crap. They played that crap in Knoxville against Tennessee. They played that crap against Auburn. They played that crap against Alabama. They played that crap in this game. Now, they got away with it playing Tennessee, Auburn, and Ole Miss. They got their butts caught when they played that same type of game against Bama, which means we're going to see this again, and Georgia's going to come up on the short end again.
So that's my takeaway from this one. Because Chambers, he was good until Georgia finally stopped him. And once they stopped him,
he didn't have an answer or a comeback.
Nothing. That's why I don't put it on Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin can give him the plays, but he has to see it. And he wasn't seeing it. Once he got stopped, he wasn't seeing it no more.
All right, I'll ease up on Lane in this case. Although your defense gave up 43 points, son, against a Georgia offense that it's okay. It's no great shakes. But 43 points? Son, that's not good.
You put up 35. It's not easy to put up 35.
No, it's not easy to put up 35, period. And it's definitely not easy to put up 35 against Georgia. No question about that.
That 43. But that one stop, even though Georgia got multiple stops in the fourth quarter, but that first one looked like it deflated Ole Miss from that point forward. So that's how that went. And
doggone playmaker. I thought mine was bad.
No, because I got beat by Love and Price in USC Notre Dame, and then we just talked about what happened with Ole Miss. So, Washington, they put in the campaign to go back to the Pac-12.
They better,
because they showed up in the big house and realized, oh, this is not for us.
Yeah, it's a little too physical for them.
It's too big. No, we can't do it.
And that's why I picked Michigan. I'm like, man, I get why people are leaning toward Washington, but no, Big Ten's too physical for them.
And we both didn't see Miami as second call.
No, we didn't.
I was leaning Vanderbilt, but I still with LSU, which I should have went to Vanderbilt.
I should have gone Vanderbilt too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Your butt still ain't believing in Vanderbilt.
Well, I was hoping that the Baptist preacher will actually come up big in one of these games, and this is a game he should have won. And he had his team come up short again, like me, in a game that he should have had his team prepared for and ready.
And guess what? I'm no longer leading.
Yeah, that week was tough.
I think that's my 1 week right there. I usually have one. And that was a tough one. There you go. You have a lead over me.
Yay.
Why you did it like that?
Like, one is not over. Two, I'm probably gonna have one of those weeks too eventually.
You got that look like, yeah, I might got the lead, but your ass coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, because I'm like, shoot. I mean, I might have one of those weeks where it's like, man, nothing's coming right for me. Every pick that I thought was solid turned out to be stinkers, and then your picks come up roses at the same week.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
sports fans are gearing up, whether it be for the madness of March, whether it be for the Super Bowl, or even a little thing called WrestleMania. You can get all that at Fanatics, where they have a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, the NCAA, and the WWE. So go on and show that pride, that passion, that dedication fan that you are by whipping your team, your league, all your favorite players. Fanatics, official license, everything.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Williams stood at 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
So
So
from
yeah,
there,
I'm gonna get about one game. Whoopee. Yeah.
from there, we're gonna hit the campus tour, and we're changing it up. The picks are inside the campus tour. There's one big thing going for it. So let's begin in Memphis, Tennessee. The 18th ranked Bulldogs traveling to Memphis to take on the Memphis Tigers. This is an interesting battle for the American Conference. Before my co-host says what he wants to say, let me look at the American standings so I can know where we're standing at before we hit the month of November. Because this is a big one, very big one. The Bulls come in at 6-1. The Tigers are 6-1, and they are both okay. So as of right now, Navy is on top, followed by South Florida, Tulane, and then Memphis, because that's who Tulane beat last week. Was Memphis. There you go, sir.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Memphis took it on the chin this past week, right?
Tulane.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think they have. I think they're gonna have bounce back fever.
No, not Tulane. UAB.
UAB. So I think they're gonna have some bounce back fever to them. In South Florida, they have to keep that energy. They have to keep that same energy they had way back when they beat Florida. They have to have that same energy that they are the better team, and they have to come with that energy going to Memphis. That they are the better team. And we'll see if they can have that energy against a squad that's going to be motivated. And no matter who is going to be opposing them, they're going to be motivated to beat that squad down.
I picked Memphis to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I picked them to be my Group of 5 champion.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm not jumping off that bandwagon yet.
No, don't worry. Heck, I picked Boise State. Look how wonderful they're doing.
That makes up for my Colorado pick. From Memphis, Tennessee to
looks like that whole school went to take foot surgery, not just Prime. I'm sorry. Let me say that out loud.
Lincoln, Nebraska, where the now unranked Cornhuskers of Nebraska hosting surprisingly a good team thus far in Northwestern Wildcats. 12 p.m. Fox 1.
Well, Nebraska cannot take Northwestern for granted, and if they do, they'll take another L. I almost get the feeling that the winner of this game will be probably back in the top 25 for some reason, or in Northwestern's case, in the top 25. Both now are in spoiler mode, in spoiler mode. It's quite possible. It's quite possible if both of them run the table, they actually might play spoiler and be in the Big Ten championship. But you have two programs that are just running hot right now in Ohio State and Indiana. I don't see that happening. But that's the only shot that either one of these teams have.
Northwestern currently sitting fourth in the Big Ten standings.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't see neither one of Ohio State or Indiana, nor do they not see Oregon either.
So they have the probably one of the best paths that you could have.
They have USC, Michigan, Minnesota, and Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Illinois is probably the tough. Well, of course they have to play Illinois. That's supposed to be their number one rival. But that's what Northwestern has to bank on. If they can run the table, they probably will be in Indianapolis. Now,
you hear that, Snowman?
Yeah. If they run the table, they could probably find themselves in Indianapolis, but they're going to get boat raced against Ohio State.
But Nebraska has a more easier path.
Okay, other than their last game, which is Iowa, what's their path?
USC, UCLA, Penn State.
Oh, I'm sorry, Northwestern. But Matt Rule could it up.
You bet not F this one up, darn it.
That's what I'm banking on. I hope he doesn't.
We're picking Nebraska.
Yeah. Here we're going Nebraska with this one.
From Lincoln, Nebraska to Salt Lake City. Sorry.
Unless Salt Lake City moved, unless Seattle moved to Salt Lake City.
That's how they played last week, so.
So to Seattle. Okay.
Off to Seattle, Washington. Big Ten Network, 3:30 p.m. The 23rd ranked fighting the Illini taking on the Huskies. I ain't even waste no time. After that pritchard ass performance that y'all put, I don't even want to see y'all on my team.
And I think Illinois is going to bounce back pretty well.
All you had to do was compete. If you had lost, I don't care. You ain't compete. That's my problem. From Seattle, Washington to Iowa City. An interesting game in the Big Ten. Got a lot of Big Ten games in here, yes, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeyes are hosting the Golden Gophers of Minnesota, 3:30. That is your CBS game. Minnesota coming off a good win. Very good win at home over Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to Iowa City.
I know this is considered one of this is sort of a low-key rivalry game, but I hate to say it, Minnesota has really shown me very little, and now you have Iowa, who's coming off of an upset of Penn State.
Is that even an upset anymore?
No.
So you have Oregon, Northwestern, USC, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, and UCLA, all 3-1 in conference play.
That's awesome. That type of competitiveness that exists, and Oregon's in the mix. That makes it even funnier.
Well, they played Indiana and didn't show up at home. Damn, Lanny.
Lanning, you did a wonderful job in that game against Indiana. Wonderful job.
They came in your house and punched you. Not too many teams can go to Iowa City and win that game. So yeah,
agreed. And I don't see the Gophers doing it either.
But make sure you wave at the kids though.
Yeah, wave at them, please. And they proceed to get your butt whooped.
From Iowa City to where college game day will be at in the home of Coach Johnson.
They're coming to Nashville. Well,
3:30 p.m. ESPN, the 15th-ranked Missouri Tigers trying to bounce back from that loss to Alabama in Missouri. They are traveling to Nashville to take on the 10th-ranked Commodores. I said the 10th-ranked Commodores.
Sail on, honey. Good time, never felt so good. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bad. I was thinking about the Groove the Commodores. I'm sorry. Oh, she's a brick house. Oh, I'm sorry. It's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. And that's how Vanderbilt's feeling. Easy like Sunday morning, although they're playing this a Saturday afternoon. And I'm thinking game day is there not because these two teams are ranked, because they could have been there. They could have been here last Saturday.
They could have been somewhere else this Saturday too.
Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking they're there because Vanderbilt is favored in this game. So congratulations to them, because I heard that this is the best record they have had, I want to say, since the 50s. And I'm not clowning them. I think that's what was said. Oh, and I'm proud of you, Vanderbilt alumni and students. You didn't act the dummy. You didn't rush the field. You gave LSU and that fake Southern Baptist preacher the right way to conduct yourself, and you sent them all proper with an L on an open field.
In fact, somebody said that's the most disrespectful thing Vanderbilt did all game last week. They did not rush the field.
I love it. I loved it. I was like, yes, don't rush the field for that fool. Don't rush the field. Let them feel that pain. Let them feel that L.
Rush the field. That's disrespectful.
That's right. Let them feel that L. Let them feel that L. Where he can actually say to his team, wow, we actually do suck, because we had to dodge the student body off the field.
For the first time, probably in his life, this man picked Vanderbilt to win a game.
What makes you think I hate Vanderbilt? I don't hate Vanderbilt.
The way you've been acting these past weeks, you make people think differently.
No, I don't hate Vanderbilt. It's just they're a school made of doctors, lawyers, and engineers. And they normally have this type of season once every 20 years. I mean, the last time I remember having a season like this, I think it was Jay Cutler was at QB. And then the time before that, it was Drew Brees was a Purdue quarterback. But yeah, Jay Cutler was the last time I remember having this type of season. And Jay Cutler's like, what, 20 plus years removed from being in Vanderbilt? So yeah.
But he's picking Vanderbilt. I'm picking Vanderbilt. From Nashville, Tennessee, and the home of Coach Johnson we're going back to Iowa. But we're going to Ames, Iowa.
Going to Ames.
Big 12 matchup on Fox, 3:30. The 11th-ranked Cougars of BYU, who are continually to make Coach Johnson proud. Mm-hmm. They have a tough, and I do mean tough, road test.
I agree.
They're going against the Cyclones and that building.
I 100% agree. This is going to be mighty tough. Mighty tough. And BYU has to. They have to treat this as probably the toughest game they will play all year thus far. And if they do, I think they will come out with a dub. But if they take Iowa State lightly, they will be spanked. They'll go back to Provo, and they're going to wonder why they actually why they actually decided to become a Big 12 member.
Whew.
Because this should be a game that BYU should win, but they should prove with a lot of effort why they should win and why they are the best team in the Big 12.
Big one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. We're hitting the 4:15 mark. The SEC Network, Starksville, Mississippi. Could we both picking BYU?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready for some cowbells?
Good Lord. Things are going to be ringing in my ears, and I'm not going to be in Starkville.
The 22nd ranked Longhorns, they take a trip to Starksville to take on the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. This one, this might be one of them games because Texas is lucky to leave Lexington with a win.
Yes, they were.
Mississippi State is pissed off because they should have won in the swamp.
Mm-hmm. They should have.
So how much trouble are your Longhorns in?
A lot. And here's why they are in a lot of trouble. That offense was absolutely putrid in Lexington. And they should have walked out that field with a loss. They were fortunate they walked out the field with a dub. That offense is horrible. They're depending on their defense far too much. And there's going to come a time, there's going to come a game where that defense will not come through. And the offense is going to wonder, well, what happened? I don't understand it. Why didn't you hold? And no, that game was not in the swamp. Although the defense wasn't all that great.
We jumped in them right at the gate.
That's what I'm saying. Although I wouldn't say the defense was all that great, the offense was more putrid to me than the defense was. Because the defense woke up, they actually held the Gators long enough to where the Longhorns could have come back and at least tied the game, and the offense just came up woefully short. They're going to have a game where the defense just can't do jack, basically like the game that Texas A&M played against Arkansas, where the defense couldn't do jack, but the offense had to come and put forth a bigger number to offset that. This Texas offense does not have that capability, it looks like. And because of that, they're in huge trouble. Now, we were talking about the tortillas flying in the air in Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was going to school, they also used to have cowbells ring at every snap on if you were the opposing team. It was absolutely annoying. It was annoying. And then when I got a chance to hear that this is how Mississippi State is, it just made it even more annoying.
Somebody's TV might be muted for this game. Nevertheless, walking with the Longhorns.
They should beat Mississippi State.
Y'all asses ain't dead in the SEC yet.
They should beat Mississippi State, and this is why they should beat them. I'm not impressed at how Mississippi State allows teams to actually get over on them somehow. It was that way against Arizona State, although they came back and won the game. It was that way against Tennessee. It was that way against Florida. And all Texas has to do is find a way and make one more play than Mississippi State, and I think they can make that one more play.
From Starksville to Death Valley. 7:30 prime time. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the 20th ranked Tigers hosting the 3rd ranked Aggies of Texas A&M. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy this because on one hand, Coach Johnson is the most hated team. And on the other hand, one of the coaches are the most hated coaches.
Now, obviously, I'm rooting for LSU. I'm rooting for a dub. There's no question. I'm rooting for LSU to spank the Aggies and bring them down to reality. I want that. I'm rooting for it. I'm praying for it. Because whenever you got this team of maroon and white having any type of success, the fan base, the alumni, all need to be humbled. Yes, I'm looking at you, Roland Martin. You all need to be humbled. Because
Man,
now you all have your I'm sorry, sir.
We're calling people out now. Okay.
Yes, we are. You all have your chests all puffed because, for those who don't know, Roland Martin is an alumni of Texas A&M. He graduated from there. You all have your chests all puffed out. You think you're all big, bad, and bold, and you all believe that the world is at your oyster, and your world is your oyster, and you believe now that you're the big dogs of the SEC, now that you're the highest-ranked school in the conference at present. No, you're not. That performance in Fayetteville was horrible. It was horrible. You should have walked away out of Fayetteville with an L. You were lucky to walk out with a W. You were lucky. Lucky. Now, analyst hat on. It is tough to roll on these SEC streets and be successful. It is rough. But I give Texas A&M credit. They have survived thus far. This is their biggest test to date. And provided with Texas on what they do and Missouri and what they do, this might not be the biggest or stiffest test they have all season. So they have to treat this as how they would treat when they play Missouri and Texas A&M. They have to treat those two games as if they need to win and win badly. So now they have to treat this game as one where they have to have all I's dotted, all T's crossed, prime time, under the lights, and probably one of to me, the toughest place to play at night in college football. They have to take that, and they have to win this game. Last year, when they were in College Station, A&M took that game over in the third quarter, and they have to take control of this game at some point in some time. And I think they need to see that. I think they need to see that tape from last year, and they have to try to repeat it because that's how they're going to win this game. But I'm rooting for you guys. You whip the Aggies down because I saw that performance in Fayetteville. They can be had, son. Come on, fake Southern Baptist preacher. Do your job. You're at home this time at night. Beat them.
Give me the Aggies.
Give me the Aggies. That's all you got to say?
Give me the Aggies.
Why?
Give me
because they have a 3. They have a 3 in front of their logo.
No, because LSU finna fall apart.
But they ain't gonna fall apart yet.
He already started.
No. They ain't gonna fall apart yet. No, see, you gotta witness this catastrophic fall for all its glory. You see, they gotta prove to us all that they are a playoff caliber team. They're gonna rise up. They're gonna fight back. They're gonna beat Texas A&M, and then they're gonna take the fall, starting with Alabama, and then they'll end that fall when they lose to Oklahoma. But they have to have one glorious last stand, and I think this is the game.
I'm going Texas A&M.
But I don't disagree with you on the downfall part. I don't disagree with you at all.
I'm going Texas A&M.
I don't disagree with you at all.
To the Big 12 and Tempe, Arizona. The 24th ranked again. Sun Devils.
Again.
Hosting Houston Cougars. 8 p.m. ESPN 2. Houston, you have a great offense.
Oh, they have a wonderful offense.
You have a great offense.
That defense can stop a cold.
Like, darn it, I think the Sun Devils found their mojo back when they beat Texas.
Yeah. That defense can't stop a cold. And look, and U of H, you should feel yourselves. I mean, the only bad game you played basically was at home against Texas Tech. You all are showing strides. I'll give the Cougs that. You all are showing strides. But you're not big boy. Definitely not 12 big boy ready yet. Arizona State is. And in Tempe, yeah, you don't stand a chance. Sorry, Cougs.
This brings us to our spotlight game of the week. And we're going. Don't throw it, Cole. We're going to Norman, Oklahoma, where the 13th ranked Sooners host the 8th ranked Rebels. Oklahoma has turned the table after the loss to Texas 2 weeks ago. They came back with a vengeance last week. Ole Miss coming off the heartbreaking loss to the Bulldogs between the hedges. 12 p.m. ABC. We get this one right out the gate, Cole Johnson. Right out the gate.
I don't know if Oklahoma came back with a vengeance. I mean, they did come back and did a dub. That defense, I'll give the defense credit. You all stood up well against the Gamecocks. You did a great job. Ole Miss. Yeah, this is a tough stretch for you guys. I mean, you had to go between the hedges. Now you had to go to Norman. And I still think OU is still seething off of the L they took in Dallas. And I think they want to prove that they can beat a top 10 ranked school. And although Texas wasn't ranked at all when they took the L, one, that is their biggest rival. Two, that is the biggest game of the year they play. And three, that was supposed to be a statement game for them that they've arrived in the SEC and this is our time. And we're taking no shorts, we're taking no names, and we're taking no prisoners. And they failed. They failed in that mission 2 weeks ago. Now they have a chance to succeed in this mission. And for them, it's do or die in the SEC. They need to have this win. So they have a remote shot at being in the SEC championship game. The same goes for Ole Miss. They had a setback. They played their worst quarter of the year last Saturday. Now the issue is, will that one quarter that they did not play well permeate and spiral into bad performances later on down the line, starting with an opponent that's almost as tough as Georgia this week?
My only issue, before I get to that, we went to the people. And geez, y'all voted.
Give the people. Give the people what they want.
Jeez, they voted their butts off on this one. I did not see that coming.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma, huh?
And this was the results.
So Norman showed up, showed out. Okay.
That was a jeez.
Norman showed up and showed out. You were wondering off screen. You was wondering why you got the attention you got. Yeah, you with them Sooner fans. And Sooner fans saw that, it's like, how dare you? Yeah, we got a ref for our school.
Actually, I think they'll enjoy it because it says spotlight game of the week. So I'm putting the spotlight on them.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, y'all came out and vote like crazy. I'm thankful for it. Very thankful, but jeez, I did not see this coming. And yet, I'm going with the fans.
Yeah, I'm going to fans too.
I have one slight concern about
what is your one slight concern?
A job has opened in Gainesville. Is somebody peeking towards that job?
Really? Why would Lane Kiffin want to? Why would Lane Kiffin want to? He has a great situation now. Why would he want to ruin that? And I'm sorry the way I'm going to say it, Playmaker. It's not done as an insult to you or your program. But why would he want to leave a wonderful place where he is now to go to a crap pile?
You have not been reading tea leaves, have you?
Look, I know Lane Kiffin has a problem with staying in one place like
That's not what I'm saying.
like Larry Brown did.
I say you have not been reading the tea leaves, have you?
Okay, fine. What are the tea leaves saying, Playmaker?
One, that's the first name that comes up from everybody. Is Lane
Yeah,
Kiffin.
not just Florida. You're right. Every school.
No. When Florida fired Billy Napier, every single expert has put out Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Number two, and I didn't know this until I did my research. Guess who Lane Kiffin modeled his coaching style after?
Steve Spurrier.
Where did Steve Spurrier coach at?
Well, he's probably coaching some Pop Warner league now. But yes, he is most famously known for being the quarterback at Florida and the head coach at Florida. He also was the head coach at South Carolina too and Duke. But Florida.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Remember, he's been quiet the whole entire season.
Well, fine. Well, then fine.
I'm just saying, is he looking? I want to see how he coaches going forward.
Well, fine. He's available. So is Urban Meyer.
They ain't happening again.
I know that's not happening. And neither is Lane Kiffin going to Florida right now.
I ain't saying he going to Florida. I just want to see if he gonna still coach the way he been coaching this year.
Well, he might coach like he did last week. He did a decent job coaching. Team still came up with an L.
I'm just saying, is he still going to coach the same way, or there's going to be some? Are we going to come back next week and you're going to be around here questioning what Lane Kiffin has been doing? And I'm going to sit here and be like, is he looking at a certain job right about now? Because Ben never when they got fired, I'd have picked Ole Miss. So I'd have been picking Ole Miss because they want to get back, they want to bounce back, and I don't know if Oklahoma has a running game.
Oklahoma has an okay running game, but unfortunately to me, it is too predicated on Mateer doing well. That's the only major issue I have with their running game. He has to be going off, and if he's going off, they're fine. But if he's not, then the offense sputters a bit.
So that's my only concern.
My only concern is, will they actually have, talking about Oklahoma, if Oklahoma will have PTSD and think, well, we wet the bed against one team that could stop us and one team that's considered an SEC contender, will we wet the bed again against another? And that's not really concerned with their defense. Their defense comes to play. And they came to play in Dallas, but the offense let them down considerably.
So there go our picks. That's only one game difference.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the Aggies.
I never feel the Aggies.
I'm feeling the Aggies.
The Aggies.
Even though you know how I feel about LSU in prime time.
Mm-hmm. The Aggies.
And you want that LSU team in prime time to show up.
Yes. If I will say this, if that game took place at 3:30 or noon, I probably would lean toward A&M a little bit. But it's 7:30 prime time.
Prime time ABC.
That's an L waiting to happen.
There you go. Statement/rebound week 9. Who is going to rebound from a week 8 loss, and who's going to continue to make statements from week 8 to week 9?
I can't believe, though, that Vanderbilt is actually ranked in the top 10. I must be living in another life.
See, there you go. See, I knew it. It was gonna come sooner or later.
What?
It was gonna come sooner or later.
What did I say?
It was gonna come. I knew it.
What did I say?
He still don't believe in Vanderbilt. They ranked in the top 10. He still don't believe it.
I picked them to win this Saturday. What are you talking about? I don't believe in them.
I
do believe in them.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, Playmaker. I believe in Vanderbilt.
They ranked in the top 10. I don't believe this.
Yes, I have a hard time believing, but you got to understand. I've been on this earth more than 5 decades. I've never seen a 10 in front of Vanderbilt. That is what I find remarkable. I'm proud of them, but I can still say it's a miraculous happenstance. I don't believe in them.
You don't.
As
soon as they lose, you be like, ha ha.
Who did I pick? Who did I pick this Saturday?
You would gladly take that L.
Who would No, I would not. I will not gladly take that L. Who did I pick this Saturday? And I don't believe in them.
You'll take that L.
I will take that L.
You'll take that L because if they lose, give me Vanderbilt. I already know it.
Oh, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Unless Texas lose and LSU lose, and no, you won't be talking about Vanderbilt.
About to say, for sure, Vanderbilt will take a back seat if Texas and LSU lose at the same time. Yes,
but if they don't lose, I want Vanderbilt.
He actually thinks I'm going to go to town over Vanderbilt. I didn't go to town on Vanderbilt after they took that L in Tuscaloosa.
Because you have more pressing matters. Because James Franklin decided to lose to Oregon.
Yes, he did. You're right. But
you have more pressing matters at the moment. You didn't have time to get to Vanderbilt.
True, you're right. But still, I didn't go after them then.
That's probably your third option. It's just the other two was more important.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Okay, fine. So I didn't go. So I had to go. So I had to go out to James Franklin. I had to go out to Texas because that was the same week that Texas lost to Florida. Okay, fine.
So you have more pressing matters.
Yeah. James Franklin doing what he always does against top 10 teams, and then Steve Sarkisian acting like he was drunk on the sideline coaching.
Like I said, that's part of third on your list.
Went from top 10 to not ranked at all with that horrible performance.
It was a distant third on your list because the other two, it don't matter.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna roast them both. Both.
But I put them on my list. So.
And you have the nerve, how dare you, Playmaker? The nerve, the unmitigated gall for you to say that I do not believe in the Commodores. They're one of my favorite groups of all time.
You look at Vanderbilt as that team is like, well, y'all Vanderbilt, so I don't even care about y'all. And then all of a sudden they winning, and you're hearing about them. It's Vanderbilt, and they still winning. What's up all this media hype for Vanderbilt? It's Vanderbilt.
So why do you think I hate them? I don't hate them.
I say how you act will make people think you hate them.
Oh, I was about to say, because you know I don't hate them.
Oh, I know who you hate.
That's like, you know I do not hate Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt is like, who can I compare this to? To you, Vanderbilt is like the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Because if the Panthers from out of nowhere was like 6-2, I'd be like, who? So what? So you mean tell me the Eagles flew from Philadelphia, went down to Charlotte, and they ended up being the Panthers? Because there's no way that team should be that good. Yes.
That's my point. Even though you picked them, you still like, it's Vanderbilt.
Right. That. Thank you, Playmaker. You know me well. Yes. It's not that I hate Vanderbilt, guys. I don't at all. I actually like the school, but I'm like, no. No, they have to revert back to being the doctors, the lawyers, and the
That's how
and the
probably
engineers
most
that they
people.
are.
It's probably how most people felt about the Detroit Lions until they actually was winning and they kept winning. And it's like, okay, so they is.
So they are for real. Yeah. So we can't clown them anymore. Okay, yeah, similar. Yes. So for those out and bearing down the gridiron land, no, I do not hate Vanderbilt. I never have hated Vanderbilt. It's just fun though to actually play like I do and be poked fun at that I do, because I picked against them early in the season and they spanked both the teams that I picked against, and so I'm pissed off at Virginia Tech and South Carolina. But no, I don't hate Vanderbilt. No, the teams I dislike the most would be Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Now, I like Oklahoma enough to where they can exist. I just want them to suffer L's as often as they can. A&M, they should all the school, the alumni, and the team should be buried 6 feet underground and play not even on the surface of Earth.
Thank you for tuning in to Bear Down the Gridiron. Sharp takes, smarter debates, and everything college football. That's Coach Johnson, I'm the playmaker.
Now, I don't know if I hate them as much as you hate Florida State.